aspiring entrepreneur, create multiple income streams, and take action. And then today, we're talking about fear of discipline. So, I just decided that this is going to be about abundance activation. And that's the new book that we're releasing, and it'll be out on May 31st, which is my birthday. So, let's get into the content. So, fear of discipline, I still have this fear a lot within me because I feel like, just knowing that you got to be held accountable for doing something every day at a certain time, it can be really overwhelming. And I think a lot of us fear it because it's like, what if we don't make it? Or what if we disappoint ourselves because we know we're not really serious about it? You got to really be serious about it to commit to showing up every day at a certain time, and doing your thing. And it's a big deal. And a lot of us struggle with that. So, fear of discipline is a big deal. And if you're struggling with this, it's probably because you have some type of either imposter syndrome and you just have to do exposure therapy. But at the end of this video, you'll learn some things you can do to kind of get over this and take action. Because the reason that I'm growing so much is because I'm actually putting these disciplines into place. At first we started with the 30 days of abundance, where I was just going live posting for 30 days. That was the goal. And then we start going live, mainly because of storage issues, but we started going live. And then I'm like, okay, so there was no excuses there because I didn't have the storage. I was like, okay, let's go live, because I said I was going to post for 30 days. And then, so I was posting, it could be like before midnight, long as I posted, I was happy with it. And then my mentor was saying that you should be posting at the same time every day, or going live really at the same time every day. Now you could post, that's also a form of discipline, just posting, but going live and connecting with people, it makes it a little bit more intense for you anyway, the person that's doing it, because you really got to show up. You're here live in person, making connections, and you can answer questions, and you're really like showing up. Your audience will know that you're trustworthy and that you can actually, you know I guess, help them out depending on what it is. So yes, so discipline is self-love. I love that. I don't know where, I know I was watching YouTube when I heard this, but discipline is definitely self-love. The people that love themselves are usually the most disciplined because they don't give up on themselves, and they usually do what they say they're going to do, and they take action on what they say they're going to do. And it helps just build that confidence, knowing that, okay, I'm doing this, I'm disciplined in this area. You know what I mean? So it definitely helps build your confidence up. So discipline also creates freedom. I don't know if you ever heard that expression, but discipline creates freedom. Like, for example, if you are consistently, creating income, and you're disciplined and working hard, you're more likely to have more freedom, time freedom, than somebody that's not disciplined and who doesn't show up and who doesn't create consistent income. You know why? Because they are not disciplined. So at the end of the day, you might have the freedom of time and to do stuff whenever you want, but the person that has more discipline will have more freedom at the end of the day. It might seem like you want to eat a whole bunch of food and all throughout the day, and yeah, you're free to do that. Everybody has that freedom, I guess. But the person that has more freedom is the one that is healthy and doesn't have to worry about health concerns and stuff as much, because they actually are disciplined in their intermittent fasting or diet or whatever they're doing. So, they definitely have more freedom in life. They have more freedom to move around, more freedom to be healthy, to exercise, to get up and do things and feel great. And they have more freedom mentally too, because you don't have to worry about, oh my goodness, I don't like what I see in the mirror or stuff like that. So they definitely have more, especially mental discipline, because they're like, oh, I'm already in my dream body, I don't have to worry. Or even like finances, you're showing up, you're disciplined in putting money aside, saving money, investing money, you definitely have more freedom in the long run, because eventually your passive income will, or your multiple streams will be building for you, and you can, sit back and have way more freedom and freedom to do what you want, especially for financials. So yes, discipline definitely creates freedom. Okay, so procrastination causes things to pile up and get worse than if you take action right away. This is so true. So true. If you procrastinate on something, like, for example, I needed to get a oil change and I was playing around. I was a little bit over the miles, I feel like it, and then I just started hearing this noise in my car and I was freaking out, had to cancel a Uber Eats order or whatever. And things can definitely be avoided. Or something like, you're supposed to go to something's bothering you, you're supposed to go to the doctors or the dentist or something's bothering you, and you just let it pile up, and then eventually it becomes a big medical bill because you played around, or it affects your health because you were avoiding what you were supposed to do. So if you procrastinate on something, it definitely piles up and it becomes bad for you, pretty much. It becomes worse. So if you just do what you're supposed to do from the first time and have that discipline to actually take action right away, you don't have to worry about things like the next person who was procrastinating on, I guess, paying their bills, and now they're months behind. Now you're, I don't know, getting evicted or whatever the situation is. Either way, it never works out for the person that procrastinates. It never does. And when it does, yeah, it usually doesn't, because it just piles up and it's over. So yeah, it gets worse usually. But you can avoid all that by having your discipline and your rituals in place. Okay, so afraid of being accountable. I definitely struggle with this one. I believe it was because I just didn't want to, create that over time. You know what I mean? I was afraid to show up because, like, at the same time anyway, because I just didn't want that, it just felt like a job, which is okay, but it felt like a job to me. Like, oh my goodness, I have to be here at a certain time, Monday through Friday. But it just shows that you're more disciplined. It shows you're serious and you're building that confidence and trust in yourself. And then it just, you know what your day's looking like, your schedule's looking like, so you don't have to guess and at the last minute, like, oh, I don't feel like it. I already know what time I have to be here. I already know, so I can get dressed and get into the mental space of coming on here live and just sharing what I can. So afraid of being held accountable. I know a lot of people are afraid of being held accountable, or even like they wouldn't show up for their weekly check-ins or work dates and stuff like that. I feel like having that accountability definitely helps out. So we kind of talked about accountability yesterday, but yes, definitely have multiple accountability partners, situations, all that. Like, for example, every week I do a listing party with my aunt where we list eBay items, Etsy items, whatever. Also, Abundance Accountability at 8, which is every Tuesday. That's my group where Tuesday at 8 p.m., where we basically go and we share our goals. And then the next week we declare if we've accomplished those goals, and we need receipts to prove that we actually accomplished those goals. So we have other people holding you accountable. So coaches as well. I just have started my coaching. You can see it in the description below if you want to schedule a session. But yes, coaches definitely hold you, especially if you're saying, oh, I'm going to schedule one every week, or even daily is even better. Scheduling a daily coaching is even better, because they're like, oh, you got to make sure you're on it before the day's end. You got to make sure you're on it. Or if you're meeting with somebody at 6 p.m. every day, are you more likely to get it done than if you don't have anybody counting on you or any accountability? You're most likely to be like, I'm not doing this. Or you might get it done at the last minute. Just like with 30 Days of Abundance, I was showing up sometimes at the last minute. It would be the last hour of the day. Then if I just said, hey, I'm going to be here at 9 a.m. every day, and I know where I'm going to be, what time I'm doing it, and it just creates so much more discipline and structure, and it makes me actually feel better because it's like I already got this out the way. It's early in the day, and yeah, I know what to look forward to. Okay, what else? Afraid of being held accountable. We already talked about that. Oh, ones who have the most, depending on them, achieve greatness. Oh, yes. The ones who have the most people, depending on them, usually achieve greatness, usually, because they have people holding them accountable. So if you have a lot of people depending on you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be dependence or whatever physical dependence, it could be just you made a public pledge to your audience that you were going to do something, and you have a lot of people depending on you, you're more likely to get things done. For example, putting a book up for pre-order or a course or something, and you have people invest with you, and you got to kind of produce. That kind of puts your back against the wall, and it just helps, like, it helps you produce greatness, and it helps with your discipline. So accountability and a consistency definitely helps. Build your trust and confidence, definitely. Fear of discipline, if you're disciplined, it helps build your confidence up, because for example, I used to be very nervous to get on live because I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, stuff like that, or just getting dressed every day, having that disciplined. What else? Publishing more books, creating a new income stream, whatever your discipline is, your weekly goals are, pretty much it ties back into that. That helps build your confidence up when you're coming on here and doing the same thing over and over again repetitively. So, um, yeah. What else? It definitely helps build your confidence, though, discipline. Like, the more disciplined you are, like, oh, I'm not going to eat that, whatever. Say if you're on a strict diet, oh, I'm not going to eat that. You know why? Because I'm disciplined, or I'm going to get up and do this hour walk, or some people just make excuses. Some people are just like, I got to get my walk in, or I got to read my 10 pages, or whatever your goal is. Some people are way more disciplined than others, and it shows physically and it shows mentally. So yes, build your trust and confidence. And we can begin starting to become disciplined by changing your mindset. So start changing your mindset around discipline. It sounds really bad. Like, discipline does sound like a very overbearing word, in my opinion. It sounds crazy for real. But like I said, it creates the freedom. It's what it creates that makes it so, powerful. It definitely makes it more powerful. So yes, begin with changing your mindset. So make sure you're listening to personal development, reading your books, be careful what you're consuming, and yeah, set it up, make it so that people know you're going to be doing something every day at a certain time. um, most people are most people are a majority of people might be disciplined enough to go to a job, but are you disciplined enough to build something for yourself, or something outside that job? That's where it really counts, you know what I mean? But the job is good too. um, and it helps in all areas. Discipline helps in not just your finances, but your health, your relationships, all that is to be more disciplined. And remember to focus on output as well. Don't just focus on how many subscribers did I get. Focus on what you are doing to get the subscribers. So discipline definitely helps. Showing up at the same time every day, or people knowing when you're going to be around, definitely creates more discipline and more trust within yourself and within your audience. So you already know, like, oh, I'm going to be here every Thursday night at this time. And I don't know, something about creating a schedule, especially if you are a person that kind of just be like, okay, I'll go to work, and then after that, I really don't have no plans. The more plans you have, I feel like the better off you'll be. it just keeps you out of trouble, keeps you building, keeps you working towards your goals. I know you can obviously plan some time off to do different things, but definitely start putting discipline into your life and focus on output, focus on what you can do, focus on what time you can show up, focus on what you can create, focus on how many listings you're going to do, focus on when you're going to finish your book, focus on stuff like that, focus on the output, not what how many sales you're going to get. Well, actually, you can focus on that, but the sales come from being disciplined and showing up. So the more things you list, the more items you list, the more sales you're going to get. So kind of focus on the output. And make sure to join me at Abundance Accountability. I think we have 4 weeks left. All I know is that it's over on May 23rd, I believe. About Abundance Accountability at 8. But that's pretty much the lesson for today. And I also offer coaching, but let me go into which kind of coaching we got. Yep. Let's see what kind of coaching we have. And, you know, just keep showing up for yourself. Let's see. Coaching. Here we go. So I offer 3 types of coaching. We're talking about discipline today. So if you're trying to just create discipline in your life or create a new income stream, because that's what I help you do over here. If you're trying to create a new income stream, you can definitely do a coaching call, and we'll just discuss your concerns about your personal development or business and a plan moving forward. So we'll kind of get into creating discipline, which you can start doing. I'm not going to overwhelm you too much because I know it could be a lot, but that's what the coaching call is about. Or you can schedule just to ask me questions about a specific side hustle, or, I can help out with that. Self-publishing, e-commerce, eBay, Etsy, Mercari, Amazon, TikTok Shop, Seller, anything like that. And also I do have the Beauty Biz Blueprint that tells you exactly step by step how to create your beauty supply store. But if you want to talk to me directly or have some questions about, something you're trying to start up, then definitely schedule a call. Or if you're into temp work, so like Instawork or Quick, or like just trying to get on one of the apps, I can definitely help with that. Gig work, Uber Eats, stuff like that. Content creation and UGC creation on Fiverr. Yeah. So right now I'm actually and another one I do is the one-on-one accountability call. So that will definitely help you create more discipline, because we're going to go over, it's going to be basically like abundance accountability at 8, but maybe you don't want to be in a room. You just want it to be more just me and you, like a one-on-one, where we can talk about your goals or what you want to do. And I'll hold you accountable, and we'll schedule a recurring time to meet, and I'll just check in with you to ensure that you're reaching your goals. So those are my 3 types of coaching that I have. I have my schedule up there. I'm going to put more dates in for April that I'm available, but definitely check that out. And another thing I wanted to do is the weekly goals. Let me see something. I wanted to start doing, like at the end of the abundance activation, we're going to start on my weekly goals. And it's going to be kind of like a take from the 30 days of abundance. So I can keep staying accountable and kind of discuss that at the end of each lesson, so y'all can kind of just get a gist of what's going on and get some ideas of what you can create or have for yourself for your weekly goals. So let's do weekly goals. So my goals this week, we're just going to make this right now. Why not? Oh snap. Weekly goals. So on a piece of paper, you could basically do this. Weekly goals. Actually, I probably should do it on paper, but okay. So 1 stack influence campaign a week. I just did a review for those workout shirts. It's not over on Regina Abundance. It is over on Anegra Beauty, but because it just fits more with fashion. in beauty or whatever. 1 kale challenge. Oh yes, so I dropped the Outshine one because I ain't gonna be going around looking for a new product. So I went into Target and I tried to find the Outshine bars so I can do my UGC for kale, like my kale campaign. You know they only give you basically 5 days now. Their deadlines are crazy on there. Like they need to up it. Like for Stack Influence, you have about 30 days, I believe, to order your product and, you know, get your video out. On Kale, they don't play around. That campaign ends in 5 days. It didn't used to be like that. I don't know why they started doing that. So, yeah, Kale. And Kale is basically another UGC slash content creation app, another way for you to create a side income. Um, so, yeah, definitely get over there. And 1 kale challenge week. So I picked up a new challenge because my other one expired for Outshine because, like I said, I'm not going to go around looking for which particular store has the new bars in it. I just didn't have the time. So I picked up one for, dang, what is it called? I'm about to get off of TikTok because I'm going to look at my kale app. Maybe I will get off of TikTok. All right, let me get off. I'm getting off of here. All right, let's see kale app. Okay, so I have to go to Whole Foods. It's the Van Leeuwen challenge. So I don't know if it's still available. You might be able to go over there on the app and claim it too. I have to go to Whole Foods anyway because I got to return this other phone that I don't want, this Android phone. But it says new product alert. Pick up the new birthday cake ice cream bars while available exclusively at Whole Foods and film a taste test. Oh, I'm excited for this. This is an easy one. And guess what? It's 3 kales. So the amount of kales means more money, which means basically it's going to be more intense. The challenge that you're going to pick up is going to be more intense. So you either got to go to an actual store, do this, you got to purchase an item. That's a lot. And film a video, you know, time, gas, editing. I mean, that's a lot. So that's why it's 3 kales. Now they have other things that might be 1 kale and it might just be take an image with the item or show it, put it in your cart. It don't necessarily say, hey, try this. Because I know with some kales, people be, say if it's like 1 kale, it says, or maybe it'd be 2 kales, and it says, put an item in your cart or show yourself putting an item in your cart. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to purchase the item. But with this, you actually have to purchase the item because you got to do a taste test. What in the world? He don't even get it. He's gonna get in trouble. Unless he tagged the wrong thing. But anyway, I don't know what they must have uploaded the wrong video. I'm sorry, because you can look at people's examples on here, and this don't got nothing to do with those ice cream bars. This person right here, nothing to do with it. So anyway, yeah. So 1 kale challenge a week. We're still on our Amazon influencer review tip for the weekly goals. So this would be the week started on. The week started on technically the 31st, April 31st to March. And I feel like it's still kind of like the 30 days of abundance to where I'm checking in every day, but I just feel like this will help hold me accountable, and then it will give y'all some ideas on what y'all can be doing. So we'll be the 31st through the Monday through Sunday, the 6th to April 6th. Oops, March 31st. March 31st through April 6th. April 6th, okay. March 31st through April 6th. So, alright, so we already did that one. So we need to do our kale challenge, which is called Van Leeuwen. I love learning about these new brands because some of them are really good. Stuff you never try, and you're like, oh, I actually like this. And I get paid to like it. Van Leeuwen. So I gotta think, when am I going to Whole Foods? I don't gotta be to my listing party till 12, but I do gotta go to the post office, and that's in there. Okay, maybe I'll do that today, like get that done early. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get that done early. Um, 10 Amazon influencer reviews a week. Let's get that done. That needs to get done. 3 listings. That'll be done today. Oh yeah, my flip. Let me see if I have that written down. So like I said, I start writing down. I'm sad to admit that I actually didn't post my 3 videos. I just posted 1, and I just noticed that my Argent Abundance Facebook is kind of like hasn't been posted on in a while, so I need to get over there. We need to do sunglasses bed, and then we need to do either today or tomorrow. We need to do the dress flip. Okay. What else? This stuff I'm not going to worry about. I'll put that as a monthly goal. Wait, hold on, go back. April monthly goals. So I do suggest you, but we'll have this in the 30 Days of Abundance journal, which is, like I said, I already started working on it. Just got to get the rest of content coming out with it. And then I'm going to get that pre-order up because I have till May 31st. So Abundance Activation comes out May 31st and will be released. I'm putting it up for pre-order, so I got to get that book cover up. And y'all, I'm actually going to design it myself. Usually I outsource it, but I want to be able to design it myself because I kind of want a certain thing done. So, but if it don't work out, I'll go right to Fiverr real quick. So, monthly goals. We have books. Let's say put Abundance Activation up for pre-order. And books, 1 new format. I need to get more specific with that one. Okay, so yeah, that's my April goals. Oh yeah, and I want to get another goal is to put Urgent Activation up for pre-order, and also put the 30 Days of Abundance up for pre-order. Oh yeah, I need to finish that. Like that should be at the top. Actually, that should be the weekly goal for today, for this week, because that needs to get done so we can get them and people can get their journals in time. So I'm trying to get that done before the end of the week. Hello. Trying to get it done before the end of the week. I think that's about it. Let me look at some of the other goals down here. Oh yeah, that's important too. That side hustles book. Okay, let me see. Let me just do this. Release side hustles book, and then set up the email campaign. All right, for course on all platforms. That needs to be done. I'm just going to put that as a monthly goal though. Oh yes, another thing that I did yesterday is Uber. I made 100 yesterday on Uber, a little bit over 100. Let me see what I made. And that video is going to be coming out. I always post my Uber excursions. And I just thought about that because they just sent me a notification. I don't know why. But I want to also with Uber, I want to start being more disciplined as far as working out with like a job. Let's see, opportunities, earnings. Yep, $100.64. So Uber, I want to start like I'm scheduling it. So yesterday I was like, okay, I'm going to do 5 to 9. Now today it's a little bit more. Being that after the listing party we usually do go out to eat. We'll see if I can get a few hours in tonight for my Uber. For my Uber excursions. But yeah, I do want to do it. If I don't have a temp work, if a temp job, like for Instawork, like I have 2 Instawork gigs, one for Thursday. One for Friday, one for Saturday this week. If I'm not doing temp work, I want to be doing Uber so I can get that active income flowing in, baby. What else? Oh yeah, send my Love My Locks earrings to FBA. Oh yeah, speaking of FBA, so I got that sell on there, and they're sending it out. They handle the customer service. That's the great thing about sending your product to the warehouse with FBA is they actually send it out for you. So with FBA, I went on there and I have those Love My Lock earrings need to be sent in. So I'm going to get that sent in. I'll put that as a monthly goal since we already have a lot on our plate. So another April monthly goal would be send Love My Lock earrings to FBA. And actually, it's a really simple process. You just get the labels that they give you basically after you list your item. You get the labels they give you, send it into whatever warehouse they need you to send it into, and then you're good to go. Okay. Is that all? Oh yeah, putting the course on all platforms. Oh yeah, we already put that as a monthly goal. Sending the earrings in the FBA. Oh yes, a new thing coming, y'all. I know y'all like, what's going on with her? I'm doing the Abundance Activation membership. That's going to be releasing. It's called the Abundance Activation membership. Or should it be? I like activation or activated. Or Abundance Activated. I like activated membership. The book will be called Abundance Activation. But for the membership, I already have what's going to be kind of included. I'm making a framework for it. And right now, this is what I'm looking at. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. So I'm actually starting a membership. Okay, so, no, that's not it. It might be in my other notebook. But yeah, so what I think I'm going to do since I have some time before my situation, my listing party, I'm going to actually get this content posted and edited. All right, yeah, it's definitely in my other book. I got too much going on. Oh yeah, I need to do my journal today too. See, that's why this 30 Days of Abundance journal is really going to help me out. Like, it won't be digital either, so I'll be like able to write my goals, and I'll see them right there. So, general daily goals. General daily goals. General daily goals. All right. Okay, so for the Abundance Activation membership, this is what I'm thinking, y'all. This will keep me accountable too, because you know how during the 30 Days of Abundance, I always couldn't read the 10 pages or whatever. Actually, let me get back on TikTok. I really couldn't read the 10 pages. Let me go live again. I might do a better over there. I'd be like, I'm a gymnast. My other personality be coming out on TikTok when I be over there because I could like play music and just fab out, do battles. People be cracking me up. Hold on. So I might do a battle or two, but I need to be posting content for real, so I can get that goal done. The earlier you get the goal done, the better. Okay. So, like I said, the Abundance Activation membership. Okay, this is what I'm thinking is going to be included. Did I already add this in here? Abundance Activation membership. Okay. I have that on the go for on the thing for April. Now, if I don't get to it, I understand. But this is what I'm thinking about being included in it is a book club. So we'll have a one book a month that we are going to read, and we'll talk about it at the end of the month. So that'll be good. So we got to read the book. Now we could do an audio book too, but yeah. You know what? That's when I'm in one of this another accountability group, and the girls are doing audiobooks. They ain't stressed about no paperback book. I don't know why I'm like stressed about it. Got to be paperback, but I don't know. It's just something about that. I like it. I like it. I want to do it, but it's like if I got to do audiobook, I got to do audiobook, I guess. So with the abundance activation membership, we'll have the book club. We'll have the weekly accountability meetings. So if you don't want to do, well, actually, the accountability abundance at 8 is ending on May 23rd anyway. So that would be good if you were interested in doing like a weekly accountability thing. We'll have the weekly accountability meetings. So this is going to be weekly within the membership, which is going to be great. Then we'll have live listing parties. Like, so if you were thinking about creating some kind of physical product or even digital product, you could do listings too for that. That is true. You know, it's got to be a physical product. We'll have listing parties, so we'll probably go on live, and it will be unlisted, so everybody won't be able to see you. But we'll go on live with each other. There's a way where everybody can be like seeing each other's screen. We're going to figure that out. And what we're going to do is all go live together and do listings and have a listing party for like an hour and a half. So that'll be inside the membership. That's going to be real fun. And you know, that'll be nice. And they'll keep us accountable. So we got our listings done for the week. That's going to be nice. So I don't know how often listing parties are going to be yet, but I'm just telling you what's coming. What else? Access to any future books on Argentina Abundance. So yeah, any books I release, you'll have access to the ebook version of them, and you'll be the first one to get them, and you'll have access. So you don't have to worry about any books going forward, as long as you're in the membership. And then any courses I release, you'll get 50% off immediately. So you'll get 50% off courses, and I might actually provide some courses, like my first few courses inside the membership as well, for free. So, or maybe when I'm developing some of the courses, you know, we can do them together and see like if we're doing workshops and stuff, those will probably be included as well. So that's what the abundance activation membership is going to be. Now, I want to get that up soon, but we still are doing a framework for it. All right, so that's the monthly goals. So general daily goals. Let's see. I think that's all my weekly goals though. One flip, 30 days of abundance up for pre-order. Oh yeah, the side what? Why isn't this? This is really important. I need to highlight this. The side hustles book. Ooh, go back. So in the 30 days of abundance journal, we have the 3 goals, but we're going to do it. We're going to be taking it from our weekly, monthly, and daily. That's going to be good. Because there's going to be weekly goals before anything. Invite to co-host. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it, y'all. Yep. All right, let me list some of this stuff and start working on. Oh yeah, let me okay, so yeah, we need to do the cover. There's so much this stuff to do. I'm excited though. Oh yeah, let me do the daily goals real quick. Well, we kind of already know those, but let's do. Well, I kind of already list those. There's no reason. Well, I guess. Let's do it. We'll do general daily goals. So we'll do walk. We'll do personal first. Personal. What is it? Walk 1 hour. Drink the water. And get dressed. Then we have relationship or self-love. Oops. Read 10 pages. Journal, of course, and then I want to start doing like a date night with myself, kind of like type thing. So I'll say date night. I want to start doing that. That's more weekly goals. Let's say date night, and I just gotta figure which night I want it to be. Date night with myself. So I'll take myself out. All right. And then last but not least, so we have personal relationship and we have money. Money, well, I guess that one varies. As far as daily, what would it be? I guess we have a money goal, we'll say 100 a day. 100 or more a day. Days, that's pretty much my Uber Eats goal. Money, 100 plus a day. Okay. But that sounds, I don't like the output type thing. I like the input. Well, I guess all these ones right here are pretty much money goals. Let's do this. Uber. Let's say Uber schedule. Let's do that. And then we'll do, right now I'll say Fiverr. Oh yeah, I need to respond to some people on Fiverr. Let me respond to these clients. There's people like, if you're ever on Fiverr and you're doing gigs, just know if this is something you want to start, you're going to be going back and forth with people. I suggest you get a template. You're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it's going to be worth it soon when the UGC payments start coming in for real. But you definitely got to build it up. All right, yeah, I got a few people to respond back to on Fiverr. Let's see what we have. Yeah, there's like 3 people in here. All right, y'all. I gotta go. There's too much going on. I'm about to post some content and respond back to these orders. Respond back to these people on Fiverr. So farewell, Cottontail. We'll be here tomorrow at 9 a.m. live again. And yep, Monday through Friday. Friday, actually, I'm going to be doing 7 a.m. because, yeah, I have a temp gig with Instawork. So, yeah. So farewell, Cottontail. I'm going to hang up over on